When we were building the place, I imagined having like this big oak desk with my name on a brass plate and a big chair, and it would be my office, and as a joke, and that I would have a portrait of myself behind the chair with like an ascot and always watching. You know what I mean? The new record's called Echo, Silence, Patience, and Grace. We recorded it here at our studio, Studio 606. We started maybe like about 6 months ago. We jumped right into making this record. Usually we take a little bit of time off, but we were still touring for the last record as we were doing demos for this one. Rather than come home from the last tour and take a year off and relax, we figured we had all this music that was ready to go. You know, at this point, we've been a band for 12 or 13 years. To us, it's all about being as musical as we could possibly be. So going into this album, we didn't really have any specific concept. We just started writing music. And the demos that we were making ranged from really beautiful acoustic music to really loud rock stuff. And it was just a matter of choosing which songs were the best songs, by their structure and the lyric and the melody, and it didn't matter if it was a harpsichord and a harmonica or if it were a stack of amplifiers blaring on 10. So that was kind of the motivation. It was just musical, just to go in and do something that was a little more sophisticated than anything we'd ever done. Tell me lies, oh, tell me when we write, it's usually, I'll come in with some sort of verse, chorus, verse, melodic idea, and then we jam on it together and create the dynamic, because a lot of our songs are written on an acoustic guitar, and we'll turn them into rock songs. There were songs that were specifically acoustic, there were songs that we imagined being rock songs, and we could take songs in a million different directions. It's just trying to find the right place for them, you know? Man, I wish I remembered my first concert. I was a 1-year-old in a stroller, front row for a Jackson 5 show. Bummed.
Which is funny, because my first musical memory of liking music was listening to Jackson 5 records when I was a little kid. Which is weird. You can hear the influence, can't you? Mm-hmm.
Time away from the band, I think for all of us, is really spent
Goo goo gaga.
a whole lot of goo goo gaga. Having traveled for a really long time, while you're away, you miss all of the things that you wish you were doing at home, and then once you get home, you kind of forget about all the things that you wished you would have done. There's a whole lot of catch-up, a lot of time spent trying to remember what I enjoyed doing in the first place. I just want the band to do more than we've ever done. You know, it's nice to have that sort of mystery, not knowing what the next album's going to be, but I can't wait to do it. And even before we were really finished making this record, I'd already started thinking about what it'll be like to make another. And so there's so much to look forward to.